what's up? It's your boy Monster Lung. Uh, we'll tell you about this trip I had this weekend, man. I went back to Harlem, New York. I haven't been back to Harlem on 125th in a long time. I spent a lot of time, different times, doing different things in Harlem. In the 90s, 97, I was there a lot. 1997 and 98, I was in Harlem a lot. Um, we had a friend, me and my buddy Vish. We had a friend out there, Rand. He lived off 125th, but just running around there trying to get into the music game, shopping my beats. I did that for a whole summer out there in 1997. Also, a couple times I went back there when I was trying to do I auditioned to be a MTV video host. Yeah, I stood in one of those long lines one time, and but I just got a lot of different experiences with 125th, and I haven't been back there in a long time. But I had to go back this weekend for a great occasion. I was invited by Martha Redbone to see a pre-performance of her show that was her real show that she was doing on Saturday. We went up there Friday to see just for like family and friends invited, and I was honored to be a part of that. Um, Martha Redbone, if you're not familiar, she's an Appalachian artist. She does it all: soul, blues, R&B, and her and her husband they just make amazing music. I was introduced to her I think we both consider Dr. Bill Turner, Dr. William Turner, our OGs, our OGs. Me and Martha both do. But when I went to the Appalachian Summit in Mount Sterling, Kentucky this past year, Dr. Turner reached out to me. He's like, he knew that Martha Redbone, she was like one of the main performers for that conference. And he was like, make sure you go introduce yourself and let her know that we know each other, and you make sure you check her out because she is awesome, and she was awesome. And I did that, and the love was just great from the gate. It was great from the gate, and it, they gave an amazing performance down there. Now, when I saw her there in Mount Sterling, it was just her husband on keys and a guitar player. But and they killed it, and they killed it, and it was just great. So after the show, I introduced myself to Martha and let her know I knew Dr. Turner, and a big smile came on her face. But then, but for this show up in the at the Apollo New Works, so I was invited by Martha Redbone, to come see her Guardian Spirits. And I want to make sure I read it right, so I'm gonna read it right. It was the Apollo New Works, Martha Redbone's Guardian Spirit. It was the work of Bell Hooks, and those who know Bell Hooks know she's also from Kentucky, like Martha, Appalachian author, poet, educator, and what Martha did, she turned her poems or her words and things that she talked about and turned them into songs, into a musical performance that was amazing. Now, like I said, the first time I saw Martha, I saw her with just her husband and a guitar player, and it was keyboard, just a trio, and it was blowing my socks off. But this was a full band, full backup singers, and this performance was amazing. If you have never seen Martha Redbone, you must go see Martha Redbone. It was an amazing performance, and they did it with video of bell hooks and different quotes from bell hooks, and they put the words up. It was just an amazing multimedia performance with music, video, photos, lighting, and just amazing talent. Her backup singers, oh my God, they sounded so good. The band sounded so good, and to see it in a setting like the Apollo Yeah, now this was actually a theater attached to the Apollo. It was part of the Apollo. It was called the Victorian, but right next to the Apollo. But this is a new program put on by Apollo New Works, and it was just amazing to see. It was something to see. I was inspired. I was motivated, and it was very, very, very dope.
I just said, sometimes when my mom would hear something that she would love, all of a sudden you just see her sitting down and she just throw her hand up. And you know it was good. I was like, okay, all right, mama. Such is beauty, surrender against all. You are here again, turning slowly.
So it was great catching up with Martha. It was great seeing the performance. It was great being around a room of creatives because the people that were in that room for the night, because that her actual show to the public was the next day, Saturday. She had two performances, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. at the Apollo, at the actual Apollo. Like I said, this was just kind of like a dress rehearsal, I guess you would say. Um, but man, it was amazing. But but yeah, but after that show, me and the wife, we was in Harlem. So we gotta go get some food in Harlem. So one of the places that we've been had on, like, I'm a foodie guy. If y'all know me, if you watch the channel or watch my social media platforms, you know I like food. And but when I see things on social media that I like, I save them in my phone. Well, one place I've been saving in my phone for the last couple of years was the legendary, famous Charles Pan Fried Chicken, and they had a spot right there on 125th, so it was perfect. And we went down there, and soon as you got outside the spot, you could smell got in there and they was doing the thing. They had that as you can see, if I'm gonna show you a video right here, but they had the yams, the mashed potato, okra, um, black eyed peas. The cornbread was ridiculous, but the star of the show is definitely the pan fried chicken. And they were back there. The homie was back there cooking it in a big old pan, constantly turning the chicken. Oh, and we got back, got the taste. I got a little bit of everything. That's just how we do. That's just how me and the wifey do. Got a little taste of everything, and man, it lived up to the hype and went past the hype. That chicken was so good. That food was so good, and the people working were just amazing. Without a doubt, they could recognize we were out of towners, and they gave us that out of town love, and it was a great experience. It was just really good to be back on 125th. Like I said, I spent a lot of time back there in the '90s. Well, a couple of summers, and then eventually I moved up to Connecticut, and I would commute to the city, and for a couple of years before eventually coming back here in Morgantown in 1999. But yeah, man, had a great trip. Once again, if you have not seen Martha Redbone, go see Martha Redbone. Pull up her music, but you have to see her live. It's just an amazing experience. And if you're in New York, you definitely want to try Charles Pan Fried Chicken. I think it's a good combo. Martha Redbone, Charles Pan Fried Chicken. Can't go wrong there. Monster Lung.